Hello guys, and first of all, I want to wish you all a very happy new year. I want to wish you a very happy new year. I hope this year will bring so many good things to you. Good tidings, blessings, more money, good health for you and your family. Now, with regards to the new year, this video, I want to talk to you guys about fragrance houses that I think you should try or you should purchase fragrances from this new year. You know, the industry is changing. The industry is changing seriously. There were times where some particular houses were the ones that they were the in thing, you know. They were the best offerings in the market. But as you know, the old school would go away one day and make room for the new school. You have seen the big names and the dominant players taking a bit of a back seat and new players in the market come to the front. What are the reasons for that? Because of the vast choices, consumer taste has really changed in the market, you know. A lot of people have started going more for the very unique ouds, animalic, gourmand fragrances. Basically, consumer tastes are becoming more exquisite, you know. People are not really moved by the whole citrusy, fresh, aquatic fragrances anymore. For you to be a dominant player, you have to bring unique pieces to the market. So the reasons why a lot of dominant players are taking a bit of backseat is because, you know, people are a bit tired of their old offerings. I mean, they've, what we call in Nigeria, they've seen it finish. And also the new releases that they've brought into the market are either flankers or they are just not up to par. Yeah, but these new houses have really changed the fragrance game. They are bringing very unique pieces. They are emphasizing performance. They are bringing very strong perfume concentrations, extra de parfum concentrations. Honestly, the last time I saw an eau de toilette and eau de parfum has been a very long time. Most of the new releases nowadays, they're either parfum or extra de parfum. So they're focusing more on performance and they're also focusing on scent quality. And that is why they are the ones that are coming to the front and the old players are going to the back. Because at the end of the day here, you can't rely too much on past glory, especially when it comes to selling products. Because for every Creed Aventus, know this, for every Creed Aventus, for every Tom Ford Woodwood, there is a similar option or a better option. So yeah, I'm going to talk to you guys about new fragrance houses that I think you should try this 2022 if you haven't. Starting with the first one, and that is Electimos. Electimos is a fragrance house from London, and it was actually founded by two people who were part of the Boadicea team. Boadicea the Victorious, which is a very, you know, well-known niche fragrance brand. They have fantastic releases like Blue Sapphire, which I really like. They also have Green Sapphire. They also have Hanuman. They have some really nice fragrances in their collection, you know. The founders of Electimos, they were part of the team of Boadicea, but they left that team to found this house, Electimos. And guys, this is a fantastic house, you know. It's a fantastic house. For me, their bottles, I think they have one of the best bottles in the game right now. Their perfumes are very, very strong. Whenever I wear this actually stains my shirt. This is the one I have in my collection. I have Mercurial Cashmere. And there are also some other very good ones. There's also Austere, which is really, really nice. Austere actually smells a little bit like Blue Sapphire by Boadicea. So maybe because they are part of the team that created Blue Sapphire, they also came to, maybe they used that inspired Austere, yeah. And Austere is extremely strong. It's a pure perfume concentration. There's Austere. There's also Mercurial Cashmere here, which is one that I have. I'm going to review this. I'm going to do an exclusive video on this, so watch out for that. This is a very lovely take on a caramel fragrance. It's caramel done in a way that it's not very thick and very sweet in a way that, you know, it's not very versatile. This is a very versatile caramel. It's blended so well that you can wear it in the heat or, you know, in the cold weather. There's also Amber Aquileria, which I love, and for me, that's the best fragrance from the house. It is a boozy amber that is just out of this world. You have cognac, you have amber, you have spices. It is fantastic, yeah. So they have 3 lines in the house. They have one that is not very expensive. They have one that is in the middle between very expensive and not expensive. And then they have a line, the line that has Amber, Aquileria, and Octavian. That one is very, very expensive. So I think you should try this house. You should definitely get a tester. You should get a sample pack. It's a very, very good house, and you will not be disappointed. Now, moving on to the next house, which is actually one of my favorites right now, and that is the house of Testament London. Testament London was launched in 2018 by Bogdan Vlad, and they are focused on creating an artisanal fragrance experience, in the sense that they are not really concerned in making something that is mainstream, that is, you know, pleasing to everyone. They care more about the craft, you know, making artisanal, artistic fragrances. And guys, this house is just out of this world. At the top of my wish list is actually a fragrance from that house, and that is Exotic Leather. Exotic Leather is one of the sexiest perfumes I've smelled in my whole life. It is a very unique take on leather. You have a very prominent leather note. You now have coconut, orange, and other fruity fragrances. It is very, very sexy, and for me, I think it is definitely one of the best date night scents out there currently. Yeah. They also have Sang Noir, which is a lovely, warm, spicy fragrance. Fantastic. They also have Longevity, which is one of the best boozy fragrances in the market right now. It is very similar to Tobacco Oud by Tom Ford, but I think it is much, much better. They also have Sim Poetry, which is a fresh, spicy fragrance. And Sim Poetry, honestly, that's one of the best dry downs I've ever smelled in my life. And this is not even just hype, you know. Sim Poetry's dry down is out of this world. And, you know, all their perfumes, they last very, very long. Like I said, these new houses here, they are investing a lot into the performance of their perfumes. And that is why they are really, you know, taking away the market share from the old players. So that is Testament London. I think you should definitely try that house. Now, moving to the next one. Another house that I think you should try is Francesca Bianchi. Francesca Bianchi is fairly new, and it's a really, really nice house. Unlike the other two, I think Francesca Bianchi will be more tolerable for some people, because you see, Electimos and Testament are very, very niche in the way a lot of their fragrances smell. But Francesca Bianchi has some fragrances that have a bit of mass appeal to them. So there is Tiger, which is a lovely honey scent, honey and patchouli scent. There is Sex and the Sea, which is a very lovely coconut creamy scent. And there's also Etruscan Water, which has a bit of a fougere vibe that reminds me of Polo Green. But of course, it's much better and more modern than Polo Green. Yeah. So Francesca Bianchi is another house that I think you should try. They have some really, really fantastic fragrances. Now, another house that I think you should try in 2022, if you haven't, is Algabra. Algabra is a house that, you know, has a bit of an artistic inspiration, in the sense that their bottles have a bit of, they have paintings on them. The themes of the fragrances are very, very artistic and, you know, very, very, I call them very, very poetic. You know, the house just gives me a very poetic literature vibe. Yeah. And my current favorite from the house is Bosphorus Pearl. I have Bosphorus Pearl in my collection. Bosphorus Pearl is a very, very attractive scent. it will get you a lot of compliments. It has a bit of a similar vibe to, I'm going to be honest, it has a bit of similarities to Delina by Parfums de Mali, but it is not a Delina clone, or it's not very, very similar to Delina. It just has some Delina vibes, and it can easily be worn by a man. So don't get taken aback by that, because I'm sure some guys watching this will be like, how can I wear Delina? Delina is feminine now. But no, Bosphorus Pearl can easily be worn by, all genders. They also have Labyrinth of Spices. Labyrinth of Spices is a really, really lovely spicy scent. And it has some similarities to this one right here, Kaffir 2. It has some similarities to Kaffir 2. This is a fantastic scent, guys. Very, very similar to Kaffir 2. They smell almost exactly the same. Warm, spicy scent with a bit of tobacco and a bit of sweetness in there too. Really, really lovely. Labyrinth of Spices is a very good one too. So yeah, those are the 4 houses that I think you should try this 2022 if you haven't. But however, I'm going to say some honorable mentions. And the reason why they're honorable mentions is because you may have tried them and they're not very, very new per se. But in case you've not tried them, I think you should also try them. Widian is one of them. Widian is a fantastic house. Liwa is a very, very sexy fragrance. Lovely, fresh, spicy fragrance. I think Liwa is very, very classy. Very, 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 very classy. People say it has some similarities to Baccarat Rouge. It does, but it is very different in its own right, honestly. They also have Gold One, and Gold One is Awaso. It's no more Gold One, it's now Awaso. Awaso is a lovely apple wood fragrance. Has some, similarities to Promise by Frederic Mao, but Promise is a little bit stronger. So they have some good perfumes in the house of Widian. You also have another honorable mention is Mio Fuschiuni. Like I said, some of you may know Mio Fuschiuni, but I think you should actually try that house as well. Little Song is, for me, the best coffee fragrance in the market currently. There is no coffee fragrance that is on the level of Little Song. Little Song is out of this world. If you want a realistic coffee smelling fragrance, go for Little Song. So yeah guys, that is my video on fragrance houses that I think you should try in 2022. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please comment, like, and most importantly, subscribe. And have a happy new year. And I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Till next time.